Hello, everyone. This is a compilation of interesting facts about space that you can listen to in the background. Enjoy!
The universe shouldn't even exist, but it does. When the Big Bang happened, matter and antimatter should have wiped each other out. Everything should be gone. Yet here we are. Stars, planets, life, you, me, all against insane odds. The universe is basically a cosmic miracle.
Did you know there's a planet where one single day lasts longer than an entire year? That's Venus, the slowest rotating planet in our solar system. It takes 243 Earth days for Venus to spin around once, but only 225 days to orbit the Sun. So technically, a day on Venus is longer than its year. Imagine living there. You'd see the sun rise once. Before it sets again, you'd already be older by a whole Venusian year. You won't hear a scream in space. Ever wondered what would happen if you screamed in space? Well, you wouldn't be heard at all. Space is a vacuum, which means there's no air to carry sound waves. Your voice would be completely silent, no matter how loud you scream. Imagine floating among the stars, trying to call out, and only the emptiness around you answers. It's pure silence, endless and absolute.
What if I told you some stars are made almost entirely of metal? Not rock, not lava, actual metal, like iron. These stars are called metal-rich stars, and they're some of the densest objects in the universe. If you could scoop a spoonful from one of them, it would weigh more than a mountain. They're born from ancient supernova explosions, packed with heavy elements forged when stars die. So yeah, somewhere out there, metal stars are burning in the darkness of space.
What if I told you the moon has earthquakes? Yup, they're called moonquakes, and some of them are so strong the moon rings like a bell for hours. Scientists think they're caused by the sun heating and cooling the moon's surface, tiny meteor impacts, and even tidal forces from Earth. And here's the weirdest part, because there's no air to stop the vibrations, a moonquake can last up to 10 times longer than an earthquake on Earth. Imagine the entire solar system as a room full of people. The sun would be almost everyone in that room. Here's why. The sun contains 99.86% of all the mass in the entire solar system. That means everything else, all planets, moons, asteroids, even Earth, share the remaining 0.14%. So while planets get all the attention, the sun is the real giant holding everything together with gravity. Next time you see a sunrise, remember, you're looking at almost the entire solar system in one object. You're older than most stars. The atoms in your body were made before the sun even existed. They were forged inside ancient stars that exploded billions of years ago. So parts of you are older than most stars in the night sky. You're not just alive, you're cosmic history. The sun is louder than a billion bombs. Every single second, the sun releases more energy than a billion nuclear bombs exploding at once. We don't hear it, because space is silent. But if sound could travel, the sun would be the loudest thing in the universe. NASA confirmed that the moon is actually hollow. Sounds crazy, right? Okay, that part isn't true, but here's where it gets weird. When NASA deliberately crashed spacecraft into the moon, the vibrations didn't stop quickly. They lasted for hours. Scientists said the moon rang like a bell. That doesn't mean it's hollow, but it does mean the moon's inside is much lighter and stranger than we expected. So no, the moon isn't hollow, but it's definitely not as solid as it looks. The sun is slowly killing Earth. Right now, the sun is getting hotter. Every single second, it's tiny, but unstoppable. Over millions of years, it will heat our planet, dry the oceans, and make Earth impossible to live on. The same star that gives us life will eventually take it away.
How long would you survive on Mars without a spacesuit? Not minutes, not even 1 minute. You'd have about 10 seconds before things go very wrong. Mars has almost no oxygen. The pressure is so low that the air in your lungs would rush out instantly. Your blood wouldn't boil, but the moisture in your mouth and eyes would start to evaporate. You'd lose consciousness in seconds, and within about 30 to 90 seconds, it would be fatal. So no, you wouldn't explode like in movies, but Mars would silently shut your body down almost instantly.
Every galaxy has a black hole at its center, including ours. Right now, in the heart of the Milky Way, there's a supermassive black hole called Sagittarius A star. It's 4 million times heavier than our sun. Sounds terrifying, right? But here's the twist. Without it, our galaxy might not even exist. That black hole acts like a cosmic anchor, helping keep billions of stars, including our sun, locked in orbit. And don't worry, it's over 25,000 light years away. So yes, there's a black hole at the center of our galaxy, but instead of destroying us, it's quietly holding everything together. What if I told you there's a planet where a whole day lasts only 10 hours? Jupiter spins so insanely fast that it completes a full rotation quicker than you finish a school day. This giant planet, bigger than 1,300 Earths, is basically a cosmic fidget spinner. Its speed even stretches the planet into a squashed ball shape. Space is crazy. Follow for more weird facts about our universe.
What if I told you the universe is expanding faster than light can even travel? Yeah. Space itself is stretching so quickly that some galaxies are moving away from us faster than the speed of light. Not because they're breaking physics, but because the fabric of space is expanding underneath them. This means there are parts of the universe we will never see, not known not in a billion years. They're already gone beyond our cosmic horizon, and the wildest part, the expansion is speeding up, right now, as you watch this.
What if I told you Saturn could literally float in a giant bathtub? Yep, Saturn is so light that its average density is lower than water. If you had an ocean big enough, the entire planet would bob on the surface like a giant cosmic beach ball. And here's the wild part. The planet looks massive and intimidating, but it's mostly made of gas, not something you could stand on. So the next time you see Saturn's rings, just remember, you're looking at the biggest floaty in the universe. What if I told you, wow, the sun explodes like 1 billion nuclear bombs every single second? Yeah, every second, the sun releases more energy than every weapon humanity has ever created, multiplied by 1 billion. And here's the crazy part. That insane power is the only reason Earth isn't a frozen rock drifting through space. But don't worry, the sun isn't blowing itself apart. These explosions are just constant nuclear reactions keeping it alive, and keeping us alive. Did you know there are stars made entirely of metal, and one of them is right in our galaxy? Astronomers discovered a bizarre star called SDSSJ 102915 plus 172927, and it's almost pure metal, no hydrogen, no helium, practically nothing but heavy elements. This thing shouldn't even exist according to what we know about star formation, but it does. There's a monster hiding at the center of our galaxy. It's a black hole called Sagittarius A star, and it's more than 4 million times heavier than our sun. This cosmic giant pulls in everything. Even light can't escape its gravity. If you got close enough, time itself would slow down. Seconds for you would feel like years for everyone else. It's silent, it's powerful, it's the heart of the Milky Way.
Moon is slowly drifting away from Earth. Every single year, the moon is slowly drifting away from Earth. It moves about 3.8 centimeters farther. That's roughly the same speed your fingernails grow. Scientists discovered this using laser reflectors left on the moon by Apollo astronauts. In a few 100 million years, total solar eclipses will disappear forever because the moon will look too small to cover the sun. So yeah, the moon's leaving us. Slowly, but surely. The largest volcano in the solar system. Did you know there's a volcano on Mars that's nearly 3 times taller than Mount Everest? It's called Olympus Mons, the largest volcano in our entire solar system. Standing at about 22 kilometers high, this giant is so massive it could cover the entire country of France. And here's the crazy part. Scientists think it's an extinct volcano, meaning it once erupted millions of years ago and then just froze in time. Imagine looking up at a volcano so tall it almost reaches space.
What if I told you every piece of gold on Earth came from a cosmic explosion? Seriously, the gold in your ring, your phone, even deep underground, isn't originally from Earth at all. Gold is forged during the most violent events in the universe. The explosion of dying stars called supernovae, and even rarer, the collision of neutron stars. When these stars explode, they blast heavy elements across space at incredible speeds. And billions of years later, that stardust became part of our planet. So the gold you're wearing right now, yeah, it's literally older than the sun and born from the death of stars. There are planets with no stars. They don't orbit a sun. They don't get daylight. They drift alone through space, cold, dark, and silent. Scientists call them rogue planets. Some might even have oceans hidden under ice, entire worlds lost in the darkness of the universe. You see the past, not the present. Everything you see takes time to reach your eyes. Light from the sun takes about 8 minutes. Light from distant stars can take years, or millions of years. Even the world around you is already slightly in the past. You've never seen the true now, only memories of it.
Stars don't actually twinkle in space. Out there, stars shine steady and calm. The twinkling you see from Earth, that's not the star. It's our atmosphere bending and shaking the light as it travels to your eyes. No air, no twinkle. From space, stars look sharp, still, and unmoving. So that magical sparkle in the night sky is made by Earth, not the stars.
Looking at the sky is time travel. Light takes time to reach your eyes. The sun you see is from 8 minutes ago. Some stars you see are from years, even millions of years in the past. That means every time you look up, you're not seeing now, you're seeing history.